Very interesting case which I'm going to discuss with you and see, has the transplant result of Shahwar failed? Huh? Is it a failed hair transplant? Let's see and analyze what has happened. Watch the video till end. Patience के साथ, huh? Keep patience to see and analyze. And many a times you don't have any doubts because you don't know anything. So when you don't know anything, you just go ahead with the things and you learn certain things by doing mistakes. Now that sometimes doesn't leave you with options, and you'll find a lot of people who have got bad transplants, they have done mistakes, and then they have nothing left but to repent for the rest of their life, as you can see in these pictures. So this is going to be a long video if you have patience to listen, and if you really want to understand what the concept of hair transplantation is and how things are being done and managed. What is the role of medicine? What should be the dosage of medicine? Does everyone needs Finasteride or medicines like that after transplant? What happens if you give low doses? What happens when you give it after some point of time? What is the impact of this medicine on the result of hair transplantation? Are the results which you are looking on screen are actually real, or they are boosted or faked by medicine called Finasteride? Now this is a very dear patient of mine about whom I am going to discuss. This is his journey. You must have seen his videos. See, Mr. Shahwar. So you must have seen his videos. If you haven't seen, you can check the description. The links are there. You can see his pre-counseling video and other videos also. I'm your friend Dr. Shail Gupta, and I have been doing hair transplant surgeries for 20 years. And this channel which we have made, Satya, as you know, the name suggests truth. We have been revealing a lot of truths which remain hidden, always hidden from you. And these things are so important and everyone should know. So I would in fact request you to share this video with your friends. First, you listen carefully. If you have patience, then only you listen to this video. This is a long video, but this is going to clear a lot of things by the end of this video. I promise you, and that's my promise, your knowledge about hair restoration is not going to remain the same. So have patience, watch it. And if you don't understand at this point of time, rewind it and then watch it. Okay, let's start. Now this patient, and before I start, if you haven't already subscribed the channel, please subscribe it, and don't forget to press the bell icon. You will receive all the notifications about this. So as you can see, these are pre-pictures of Mr. Shahwar, and we had posted a video where the journey was there. The link is there in the description. You can see this is kind of grade 5 or 6 where he had frontal hair loss, thinning, some crown portion was there. His donor seems apparently well, and we decided to go for 4000 MHT, maximum harvest technique, that is combination of FUE and FUT, where we did 2500 grafts by FUT and 1500 grafts by FUE. You can see this is his immediate post-op pictures, and these are the pictures which were taken 15 days after that. Okay, so if you see the immediate post-op picture, so ding ding, very important point which I want to mention. Please take a look at the donor area and see what has happened to the FUE donor site by extraction of just 1500 grafts. Does it look empty? Yes, it does. And see what has happened at the FUT site. Hair are still growing through the scar tissue. This is because of trichophytic closure. 2500 grafts came out of that strip line, and still there is no reduction in density. So that is the importance of FUT. High grade baldness patients, they need combination procedures And if you see, if I done all FUE surgery for him, keeping myself restricted to the same FUE which I have done from the strip area, instead of strip, if I had taken out, suppose, 1/3 of the hair by FUE, that would have been 800 grafts. So 1500 plus 800 means 2300 grafts. Okay. So now I got 4000. So there is a huge difference. Now we did the surgery, everything well. But now if we see 5 months post-op picture. So now if you see the 5 months post-op video, you will see it that there is, the link is given in description. You can go and watch the link. And 5 months pictures, you can see there is some growth. We did a lot of dense filling in the frontal area. So, but the growth at 5 months looks very, very ordinary. There is a lot of thinning in this portion, middle portion. Hairline looks very empty and there are gaps, but it is relatively thicker than the back area because a lot of hair were put in the hairline zone. But one thing which I would like you to notice, look at the crown area, the back area, there is some thinning which is more than the existing, pre-existing hair which we can see in the pre-pictures. So that is very important. So we had put him on minoxidil 3 times a week, hair art kit. This is our multivitamin which we give, and that's it. Finasteride increases the thickness of miniaturized hair and gives a lot of new hair in that area, which are apparently not present, but they are there. The roots are there. Finasteride also improves the thickness of donor area, donor hair. Yes, it does. And thirdly, finasteride also improves the thickness of transplanted hair also. Even if the transplanted hair are not thinning, but still whatever thickness they grow to, suppose if I have done my transplant now, if I start taking finasteride, it will definitely improve the thickness of these transplanted hair also. So the result will look thicker, and this will depend on dosage. I'll explain you how the dosage can affect. Let us complete this case first. So if we take a look at 10 months picture, we see there is thinning, very thin transplanted hair are growing. The hair growth is very thin. We know what we had transplanted in that area. We know the hair are there, but they are so thin that they are not giving any volume. So we decided to increase the thickness by adding finasteride. Now we gave him 0.5 mg finasteride 3 times a week. That is half tablet 3 times a week, finasteride or Propecia. So in his case, what happened? See, the after 3 months, the growth improved. Now abracadabra, and see the growth. Okay, so this is the result of nothing extra was done. You can see the change. Look at the hairline. Thickness has improved significantly. There are new softer hair which are adding density and aesthetic value to the hairline. There is more coverage. Look at the middle portion. Look at the temples. The things have significantly improved in that area also. Middle portion has improved. Now the biggest change, if you take a look at the crown area, it is very thick now and it looks covered. Okay, so that has happened because of finasteride. The hair which were not growing in thickness, the transplanted hair I'm talking about, they have improved in thickness significantly. And in fact, a lot of small, new, softer hair which were there, they have also come. And the aesthetic result has improved significantly in terms of density, area coverage, and hairline aesthetics. Now, this is the result of 0.5 mg 3 times a week, that is 1.5 mg per week. Now, if I suppose increase the dose, what will happen? Usually people give this medicine at 1 mg per day. So I'll give you an interesting case. See this case. This is very important, and this is happening worldwide. Okay, not India, not Turkey, not other parts of Europe, France, Germany, Spain, Italy, Australia, Dubai, Middle East, USA, everywhere. This is the same. Recently, we got a patient from Washington. He got an FUE transplant done there, and he was again put off 1 mg finasteride. Was like kind of okay. result. He was happy with the result for one and a half year. For the period he actually took finasteride, and as soon as he stopped it, all the honeymoon period was over, and he actually came to know about the problems which he faced because of finasteride. Those gaps, ugly hairline, everything was covered and camouflaged with the help of finasteride. Okay, so this case generally I show a lot of times and see this patient, very interesting, and you will come to know about the dosing part of finasteride. So if you see, this patient was, this is my patient. I gave him 1 mg finasteride per day. He was 41 years of age, and if you see the pre-pictures, he seems like grade 7 and with a very small hair, no hair in the hairline. If somebody sees him, he'll say he needs around 8,000 or 9,000 grafts. And any clinic across the globe would say, okay, we'll do 7, 8, 9,000 grafts. And they might claim to do this with just FUE technique, just FUE, not subsequent repeated FUT sessions. No, just FUE. In one go, they'll do in 2 days, 1 day, 3 days. They'll say, we have done, we have finished. Now, apparently he doesn't have any hairline, and if you zoom the pictures also, you will see there are no hair in the hairline zone. Now, abracadabra, and see what has happened after 1 mg finasteride. The area has improved. He has got hairline out of nowhere, and this hairline looks absolutely stunning. I mean, very good, softer hairline. Look at the magic which has happened at the temples. The temples have thickened, and everything looks so hara bhara and lavish. So everyone is happy. Now the problem is, and look at the middle portion and the crown area. Now if you compare the pre-picture top view with the post finasteride, now do you think the requirement of grafts is same in both the cases? Do you think so? Is it the same? Anyone can say that in the pre-picture this guy needs 8,000, 9,000, but are you going to stick to the same number? Now, but what will happen, suppose if this patient is immediately after transplant, this patient is given finasteride. Now this guy will remain under the illusion that all the hair growth which he has got is because of hair transplant. All the people who see him, who are around him, his family, acquaintance, friends, everyone, they will say, oh Malcolm, what a wonderful transplant, man, come on, give me the number of your hair transplant surgeon. Oh wow. And you will see hair transplant forums and people flashing these results. Oh, grade 6, grade 7, there is some man who can fill grade 6, grade 7. Amazing, man. Come on, go there and fill my pocket. Go there and fill my pocket. That's what's happening. But aren't you paying for the work which finasteride is doing? Don't you have unrealistic expectations from your donor area? Don't you have unrealistic expectations from the poor chap, your surgeon, who is probably not capable enough to deliver that? Do you think, sometimes even 80% of the result is coming because of finasteride? Now, okay, now this medicine is being given to most of the patients saying that we have done your transplant and that's an amazing transplant, but we are giving you this medicine just to save your existing hair. Now, is this really saving the existing hair, or is it more than that? Okay, let's unfold the truth. Now, this gentleman started having some sort of side effects. Finasteride can cause sexual side effects. There is link given in description. Go and check the details about finasteride and minoxidil and their probable side effects, and everything is there. Now, he complained of some sexual side effects and he wanted me to reduce the dosage. We reduced the dosage to half. Look what happened. Now, if you see that impeccable, beautiful hairline, softer hairline is now diminished. The area coverage, the density, everything has now diminished. reduced. But still, did you notice that this is still better than the baseline? The baseline, it is still better, much better. If you compare baseline with the half dosage, still looking better. Now, if I reduce it to further half, 1/4, it will further go down, but still keep looking better than the baseline. If I reduce it to 1/8, it will still keep looking better than the baseline, but less. So that is the beauty of the dosage. Okay. So if someone says that I am giving you this medicine just to save the hair, studies have proven beyond any doubt that even 1/5, 1/8, I sometimes even go to 1/10 of the dosage. That dose is enough to sustain the existing ones. But yes, at that dosage, it won't grow the hair to the extent that 1 mg is doing. So I call it free ka baal, free ka credit. Okay, which a surgeon happily claims that, yeah, I have done this. This is my transplant. Because you don't have the vision. Now this is finasteride hair, this is transplanted hair, but you cannot see because you don't have glasses to see. You don't have those eyes to see. Satya is giving you information. Okay, this information, this, use it. If you are watching this video, you are lucky. Okay, so now if the real intent behind prescribing finasteride is just to sustain your existing hair, then I think the dosage should be less. I'm not against the medicine, but what I'm saying here is rational use of medicine, and that's so important. One cannot misuse the medicine or overuse the medicine. What will happen if because see, as a bald person, you want hair. You are so desperate to have hair that you don't see the cost you are paying. Sometimes you compare the costs. So hair transplant has become an industry, and it is being done everywhere, all part of world, USA, India, different parts of Asia, Dubai, Thailand, okay, Australia, Europe, and Turkey. Istanbul has become the hub. India is also very common, like on charts up there. But in most of the places, this is being done with the help of 1 mg finasteride. And I think time has come when you understand the importance of the medicine, and you should understand the role, the impact, and you should pay only for what is being done to you. Now, if you see this patient, Shahwar, he's my brother, like he's a very good friend of mine, and we did the transplant. I could have given him finasteride straight away. Even now, when I gave him 0.5 mg finasteride 3 times a week, that is just 1.5 mg per week. That is much less than the proposed dose. So the effect which I have got, you can see, it is very nice, very good. So suppose what would have happened if I had given him 1 mg per day? Mammoth, the effect would have been mammoth. Yes, it would have given him great density, everything covered. Now what happens, I also can use finasteride 1 mg as a blanket treatment, but every patient is not Shahwar. Okay, if I am operating 100 patients, it is not necessary that 100 out of 100 will need this 1 mg per day. Okay, one of those patients is myself. If you see, I have done my transplant almost 2 years back now, and my result is good. I am not taking any minoxidil or finasteride. I'm 46. That's my choice. I'm not receding from hair. It is not rocket science to understand that I don't need this medicine. My hair are doing pretty well. It was just a recession. I have seen people who have congenitally broad forehead. They are also being put on finasteride straight away. Okay, when there is imminent danger of thinning of existing hair, when you are doing transplant in a young patient, then one has to be careful. Okay, then we need to sustain the existing hair. much more. But a patient who is like 40 plus, 50, 60, there are people who at the age of 50, 60, they have been put on finasteride because they saw some result where they saw that grade 6, grade 7 can be filled completely with transplant because some surgeon has magical skills. So a lot of people actually end up paying more than what they are actually getting. So if you compare the hair transplant cost, um, it might be possible that 80% of the result which you are thinking is a transplant result could be contributed because of this small tablet finasteride. Okay, and you pay more. So if you see, you will find some common denominators. Suppose this clinic A and clinic B. Clinic A is also saying that I can do 6, 7, 8,000 grafts by only FUE, and this costly clinic is also saying that I can do 6, 7, 8,000 grafts by only FUE. Now this cheaper clinic is also saying that, not saying it, they are, both of them are actually showing you results, flashing results, both of them, where they actually show. Mostly they are using the shaved off head pictures in many patients as pre-pictures, and then when, even if it is not shaved off, there are so many miniaturized hair which you have just seen. So what is the secret? Where are they getting these grafts from? The secret lies, and again, that is common to both, 1 mg finasteride. Now, this clinic is also saying you take 1 mg finasteride. The other clinic is also saying you take 1 mg finasteride. It might be possible that some of those clinics might be saying you, okay, you take it for 6 months or 8 months, and then we will see. Some of them might say, okay, you have to take it forever. But even if someone has to take this medicine forever, and you are going to follow this footstep, like forever category you fall in. So have you seen any patient who has taken it for more than 10 years, 20 years? Because people have been doing something. But are they taking this medicine? I mean, have they been taking it forever? And what kind of impact the medicine can have? Now, I'll cite two examples. One is you can say David Beckham. You know David Beckham, famous football player, and there are speculations that he got a transplant done. People just want to know what is the secret of his hair regrowth. Many people say he has got an excellent hair transplant done with those beautiful hair, and then all of a sudden you see some pictures where he's like quite bald, thinned out in the crown, in the front, and I've made separate videos on this. You can go and watch. But yes, this is very common. I mean, not only that, people say, okay, David Beckham's hair transplant probably failed. People don't know that he has got a transplant done. But yes, he hasn't got any transplant done. That the time period when he takes this medicine, finasteride, the hair growth improves. But for a sportsman or for any person for that matter, it is not possible to continuously keep taking the medicine. You can have so many issues in your life, the sexual things, or maybe depression or timing, or you're lazy, or you may develop tolerance. Even if nothing of that sort happens, you may develop tolerance to the medicine, and medicine might stop working on your head. So there are so many issues which are seen with the medicine, and which you might not be aware of. If you see, another important thing, now when a person goes to a surgeon who is not giving him finasteride, I'm not against the medicine. I support right dose, right treatment, right time. Okay, so what happens when you go to a surgeon who is giving you finasteride as a blanket treatment? And what wrong can happen with this? Let me show you an example. Now, let's see, this is a young patient, unfortunate patient, who got 2 transplants done for the hairline. And he had some thinning there. The hairline was brought low, and the thinning part was addressed by giving finasteride. Now, this patient developed problems because of finasteride. He decided to quit the medicine. And Now you can see there is more thinning, more gaps. Probably he did not need the medicine at that point of time. He could have done without the medicine or very low doses of medicine, but he was straight away put on, his case, probably he was put on dutasteride, which is again a higher congener of finasteride. And whatever, I mean, now this patient needs more transplant because the line is fixed now. And he was happy, though the hairline doesn't look good, but he was still happy because this area became very dense. And even here, he had softer hair. Now he was happy, but now the moment he stopped it, after some point of time, there were issues now. And he wants to fill it at any cost, and probably anyone would like to fill it at any cost. Now, if we look at the donor is gone. There is nothing left in the donor. Where will I get these grafts from? So once you are done, once you exhaust all your resources, when you aim for one shot glory, you are gone. Then you are somebody else's problem. People won't care. So you chose the wrong surgeon who actually overburdened you with medications. You chose the wrong technique, probably at that point of time, and especially for a redo surgery. And now you have to face the consequences. Now, even if some, celebrity got a transplant done at that clinic, it does not mean that it's going to help you now. That celebrity, that singer, cricketer, actor is not going to come and operate upon him now. He's not going to give his hair back. So that's what wrong impression or illusion can do to you. And you need to stay away from this. Now, a person who is grade 6, grade 7, he starts taking medicine and he is kind of little filled hair. He goes for a very flashy kind of hairline where there are more grafts placed. He will left with nothing, devastated. So you don't want this to be happen. You would have done pretty better, much better without a transplant also. But now you have no option. Even if you shave off, it doesn't look good. So plan how to use your resources, medicines, donor, everything. It has to be planned. Okay, so you are sometimes tricked into this and you are happy. Now, the other way of doing this is, okay, let me show you. This is obviously my case. You can see I am not on medication. So at that point of time, the surgeon or the team has to do this, the surgeon has to take care of filling the gaps, merging, creating density, and obviously creating the softer look, because the surgeon is not getting any free hair or free credit because of the medicine. So I, in fact, could have done this transplant, my transplant, with any surgeon. But I know my team knows how to work. We are doing these surgeries day out, and my team and I know how to give results even without the help of Finasteride. So if you add Finasteride to the results of Satya, it's magic. It's more than magic, man. It's more than magic. But yes, now coming down again to another case. If you see this patient was around 30s, and we did a transplant on his hairline. You can see the pre-pictures. He won't have needed a transplant if we had given him Finasteride. But then this is a choice which patient has, to use his saving account, the donor, or to borrow hair from Finasteride. He would have grown beautiful hair in this entire area. I won't have done a single. So this is this option I gave him in the beginning itself. Okay, if you are ready to take the medicine, which path do you want to take? He asked me how long this Finasteride business is going to last. I said, I'm not sure about this. People might say that as long as you want to have hair, eat the medicine, take the medicine. But do you really know people who have been taking it for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, and how many of them are still retaining hair? No one wants to talk about this. You want to enter into this, but you don't have evidences. So are you not going down the drain. Think about it. Now, we created a beautiful hairline. You can see we did 1500 grafts. And this patient also told me that when he met some people, they told, okay, we'll do 3000 grafts or 3500 grafts. And along with that, we'll give you, on probing only, they told we'll give you 1 mg finasteride. I don't know. That's miraculous. That's ridiculous. But yes, that's true. So now when we did this, we knew we have no free hair which is coming our way through finasteride, nothing to rescue us. We have to fill, we have to do the merging, we have to take care of everything. We have to take care of that softer look. Now you saw that patient where you saw so many free hair came in the hairline, softer hair, adding on to the density. You are choosing a clinic because it is giving you a softer hairline. But if what happens if say 80% of those hair go, you will see gaps. The hairline is no more that softer. The hairline is no more that impeccable. You can see all these patients. So the moment they stop taking medicine, and you can see things going from bad to worse. Now, in this patient, we did not use finasteride, and had we used finasteride, it would have just done magic. Okay, so take another patient. See, now this patient did not want to start either minoxidil or finasteride, nothing. He said, I have little broad forehead, I don't want any medicine. Now we knew that whatever we are going to do, we are going to do with our art, our skill. Now we had to fill in. You can see the pictures. We did the density work, we did the merging work, and we did the softer hairline work. And see how beautiful the hairline has come. This is real art. Add finasteride 1 mg to this, and just imagine miracle. Miracle. So you know what unconditional love means? It gives you freedom, it sets you free. Freedom to choose. So when you want hair, you want to style your hair, you want freedom to style your hair, to move around, to enter into relationships, and so many other things which you want to do with your hair. That's why you need a hair transplant. But you are getting this freedom at some cost. Do you know at what cost it comes? It may come at the cost of your health by using the medicines, overusing the medicines, rather, I should say, untimely use of the medicine. It can cut short your journey. And secondly, it can come at the cost of your donor, because if you choose a clinic which is not comfortable doing FUT, doesn't know how to do FUT, then you end up exhausting the donor, you use unsafe donor zone, and you end up repenting later when you don't have hair in this portion and you don't have hair in this portion. So planning the hairline, planning the donor usage is so important that you cannot even imagine. Cannot even imagine. So you have to pay attention to all these things. Otherwise, you will repent for the rest of your life. Now, we know that medicine is not necessary in all the cases. If I'm operating 100 patients, definitely not 100. I also could have started medicine in Shahwar Akhtar's case in the beginning itself at 1 mg. In fact, for that matter, in every case, what will that do? What does it, and especially at dosage of 1 mg per day, when all the surgeons know very well that low doses, micro dosing, very, very minimal dosing can help. We introduced this medicine 10 months after the surgery, but during these 10 months, the patient was uneasy, and which obviously had made me also uneasy. But the patient had this faith that yes, Satya Clinic does whatever they promise to do. He had complete faith in us. But yes, sometimes patients are not that because they are desperate, they are not that, the understanding level is not there that much. So I will be in trouble. They will just keep asking me questions. Doctor, here it is left, here, there it is left. I can go to sleep and relax once I give finasteride to everyone, because I know finasteride is there. It's like God's hand on a surgeon's head. But does every single patient need this? Ask this question to yourself. So what happens when these high doses of finasteride are being given as a rescue measure, as a preventive measure? We know very well small doses can also support your existing hair. So it gives a lot of free cabal and free ka credit to the surgeon. It gives a lot of referral patients, because the poor people who uh, see this patient sits in a society, and obviously these results are being flashed on internet. That is why you see the cheap clinic, the costly clinic, both are same. There is no difference, just a small difference of packaging and definitely little more aesthetic sense. But aren't you paying way too much with this, including the cost of your donor and including the cost of your health for a substandard work? Don't you think you actually need to pay to a surgeon who's really working for you? And it's your choice. It's a platter. You can choose to go with medicines only, you can choose to go with transplant only, or you can mix them up. And that mixing also you can choose. Okay, I want to borrow that many here from finasteride. I'll take this much loan from finasteride, and rest I'm using my saving account. So 20% loan, 80% saving account, or 80% loan, 20% saving account. Up to you, man. Up to you. So we love you. Any good surgeon will give you all these options. You can choose. But next time when you compare the results, you cannot compare an apple to an orange. There is no match. A transplant, whatever, it's a beautiful transplant. But yes, if I add finasteride, this will become, so that's the difference. Even if I do a very good work, but if I am not taking the medicine because I don't need it now, that's my choice. So at least you should have choice to choose the type of surgery. You should have the choice to choose the medication. You should have choice to choose the hairline. You should have choice to know the facts before you start this journey. This is again, as I always say, not one shot glory. This is a serious long-term planning of the resources which you are going to spend in this journey. You have to plan it. So as I always say, plan it right. Apparently, you might think that someone has done a very great thing and someone has done once right, but it is not that right. You understand? It is not that right. So actually, if I say, nothing is right, nothing is wrong, this is matter of choice, choice. So just close your eyes and say, I choose to be whatever. So I choose is a very strong word. It's a very strong word. And you, whatever hard work you have done in life, you have earned at least this much to choose the path you are going to follow, to choose your next step, to choose your journey, to choose your medication, to choose your surgeon, to choose your technique. And that's so important. So you can ask questions if you want to know something about this, if you really want to dig deep into this. Ask in comment section. You can call us at given numbers. You can mail us. You can fill the form given in contact. You can also, connect to us. You can visit the website. So many things. So many things. But come on, restoration is a very important decision of your life, and you just cannot afford to enter into this with incomplete knowledge. And see, the correct information will always make you think, while the not so correct probably information will lure you into something which might not be that good for you. Use your brain, think twice, be wise. And still, if you have questions, we would love to answer that. And the YouTube channel which we run is, there for it's for the people, for people to understand. And I would really feel very, very delighted and with lot of gratitude. I ask you to share this information with your friends, your family, acquaintance, everyone, where you can share, because this information doesn't come on many forums, and a lot of things are being sold to you in a way where you just don't notice, because we all are living in a state of unawareness. And use this hair loss and the journey of this hair restoration as an awakening. Okay, as an awakening. You'll be really happy. You'll be really happy. And this will help you in each and every aspect of your life also. Not just hair restoration. More awareness means more outcome. More you can become the best version of yourself. And with this, I pray to God, yes, you become the best version of yourself. Satya Pranam.